Despite CSGO starting to get pretty far outside the normal operation cycle, that's not the only update we can expect in 2023, even though it might seem like with the lack of anything recently, we should get something. And with the rest of the market really getting out of hand, honestly, I mean, when we've seen RMR stickers over double in price in the past month, you know things are getting a bit too crazy. Is there anything that can stop this madness? Even agent skins are getting to prices that are so far beyond what anyone could imagine, it just seems like it's too much. So today, let's talk about it. But just before we do, a quick word from the sponsor, Market.CSGO. This video is sponsored by Market.CSGO.com. They are a popular peer-to-peer CSGO marketplace with over 100,000 daily trades. They just updated their brand new design with improved search engine and new skin analysis features. And if you select the cheaper than on Steam filter, you can easily buy skins from other users much cheaper than the Steam market. To list your items on the marketplace, download their official Market app client, which will send your trade offer directly to the correct buyer as soon as somebody purchases your item. And this client also guarantees you a safe and reliable trade with zero risk of sending your item to the wrong user. Set up your account in the dashboard, update your inventory, and select the item you want to list, and you're good to go. And you also have any deposit and withdrawal method you could want, and Market.CSGO offers instant withdrawal to bank or crypto payments as soon as somebody purchases your item. They're also currently running a 30-knife giveaway that anyone can access through the site, so check them out with the link at the top of the description and get skins for cheaper today. Okay, so first and foremost, let's start with the guaranteed. The Blast Major is set to begin on May 8th. Note that it's the first of 2 majors this year as well. Now, something I covered in yesterday's video is that in the past with the Boston 2018 stickers, we saw things really start to pick up when we got to around major time and then simmer down after it. But there's a slight issue. If we look at Antwerp capsules, for example, they've already doubled in just the past month. So if they have that same spike up going into the Blast Major, it would be insane. The entire market is doing so well, you'd assume they're just going to continue up or maybe go sideways at worst, like most items that have had a run up in the past month have done. And that's been their worst case scenario if they're not going up anymore. So we should be good going into the next major, but how about when it actually gets released and we get all the new sticker capsules? Well, even better news, when the Rio stickers got released, it really seemed to spark up hype in the Antwerp and Stockholm stickers and led to them being in a massive uptrend that we've seen since late last year. Now, whether or not this is because the new Rio stickers were kind of bad crafts and nobody really crafted with them at all, or just looked so much different than Stockholm and Antwerp, which looked incredibly similar, we gotta keep in mind, you'd like to think these stickers can't just continue up forever. As I said in yesterday's video as well, unlike skins, these are consumable items that you're going to need a solid amount of people buying to actually craft with, rather than just buy as investments for the price to increase. If everybody's buying as investments, nobody's crafting, and supply isn't decreasing, obviously, the price shouldn't keep going up. That's how you would think about it fundamentally at least, but Rio has actually shown the exact opposite. The market has shown no sign of slowing down at this point. It genuinely just seems like holding until something massive starts to change and we actually start seeing downtrends in CS, which is just not really a thing currently. Things are really just going up only, and nothing seems to be able to stop them. So me just saying, oh, you should sell if something goes up in price, doesn't even seem realistic because everything goes up in price, maybe worst case scenario flattens out for a while, and then just goes up in price again. But what about an operation? Would that finally put a halt to skins, knives, agents, and stickers and everything else going up? Well, when Riptide got released all of those decades ago seemingly, CS was having a massive run up in price there as well. But the market just kind of feels different now. It feels like there's people dumping money so hard into everything that if a dip comes out of it, it's going to be instantly bought up and people are going to capitalize off it. That's what I think at least. Once again, unless we see a genuine downtrend starting in CS from people mass selling and way less buyers, which shouldn't be a possibility as we've got record-breaking amounts of players seemingly every weekend at this point with no update, and then imagine we get an operation which should bring a ton of new players in, unless for some reason that causes a massive sell-off and people continue to sell after the operation goes on for a while, which I don't even think is going to happen at this point, then I'd say there's no reason to to sell. And this genuinely sounds like bad advice. Like if I was talking about any other market, like let's say Bitcoin runs up from the 24K or so it's at to 50K, then I would absolutely be saying this is probably a good time to sell. You should, if you bought at 24K, you should probably start selling off a bit just to confirm some profits and relieve some stress. Make sure you actually make that money and don't just ride it back down to 24K if we see a big pullback in Bitcoin. But the markets are completely different, and CS is very clearly just not a normal market with normal trends. And sure, there's some pullbacks, but those just seem to get bought up over time and increase long term. Like, look at the breakout case. It's had plenty of pullbacks along its way up to $4, but at this point, like, sideways action is the worst stuff that it had. So overall, I'd say despite the updates I hope to get in 2023 with CS, it doesn't seem like you have any reason to sell yet, unless things start massively falling off. But there's way less cases in circulation. People clearly prove that they are comfortable buying at the prices despite how insane they are compared to what they were recently. And with skins, I mean, if you've got new players and a lot more players, presumably those are going to get bought up as well despite their prices continually rising. Same with knives, and the sticker hype just seems insane as well, especially with Rio, which once again I think we should keep our eyes on to see how well it does going into the Blast Major. But I don't even really see things slowing down with it anymore. Like if there's a big pullback, sure, then we could start talking about selling, but it's like RMR stickers are increasing in price. People are dumping money into everything in mass. So I don't plan on selling for the foreseeable future, and that's going to be a long time. But yeah, besides that, I think that is going to wrap it up for this one. So as always, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. And of course, check out market.csgo with the link in the top of the description as well. But for now, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.